You know what's crazy? Going all in on something that you don't even know is going to pay off. And that was where I was this time last year, August 9th, 2024. See, if you know my page, if you know all my stuff, if you know my Instagram, you know that I'm trying to make it in the music industry. I've got a disability, I'm trying to level out the playing field, and my singing has been one of my biggest insecurities, and that's kind of ironic because it's a career in music. So I spent a few years trying to figure out what to do and stuff. So when I was 14, I started an Instagram page with my closest friends at school and just whoever saw it. Posted myself singing, tragically. It was really bad, and it got really bad attention. It got attention, but for the bad stuff, it went everywhere. Everyone in every single year saw it. They were taking the piss out of it. They saw that I couldn't sing, and they basically labeled me as never being able to sing. And I guess that's kind of stuck with me for the past few years, because I would always try and get lessons or convince my family, friends, whoever it was, that I can do this and I'm going to work to do it. And so when I went all in this time last year on August 9th, I didn't really know what to expect, because I've done so many things before. I've done so many kind of lessons, one-off lessons, YouTube videos, all that kind of jazz, and it got me nowhere really. And I didn't know what to do, because for me, after being told all of that by people I know at school, friends, family, like, just give up, don't sing, don't do it, don't do the music, because you can't, you're pretty fucking hopeless at it. It was really hard to kind of overcome all of that, but I'm glad I did. So this time last year, August 9th, I made the biggest decision to go all in and give myself one last chance. And a year on today, it's the anniversary of doing that, and I really want to reflect on it. It's been a crazy year in the best way possible. Looking back at everything, August 9th, I joined this program. It was a paid program called Pocket Singers Elite, and I had joined their free program like a few days before, because I was Googling like singing communities, singing stuff, because I wanted people around that were like kind of at the same goal as me, because it was like really, really lonely. I was getting really lonely at it, and so I joined the free. And I remember the time, it was 11:11 p.m. British Standard Time, and I paid $49 a month for the paid program. And I'd never done this before. I have never paid for like memberships and stuff, and I remember saying that, and I remember buying it and messaging her straight away, Zane, the owner of this brilliant program, and I was like, hi, I just impulsively bought a membership, I'm not sure what to do, I don't know if I'm going to regret this or not. And I don't, which is crazy. And I just look back, I'm thinking back at everything I've achieved since being in that place a year ago today. Since giving myself the actual shot of doing this. Not doing it for other people, but for doing it for myself. And once I started taking control of that and doing it for me and not for anyone else, it felt really strange at first, but it was so liberating after, because I finally felt heard with my goals, with my singing, and I just feel so honored that I gave myself that last chance a year ago today. I've been trying to sing now for, I've had the goal since I was 6 years old to be a singer, be the biggest singer in the world. Next Justin Bieber, next Bruno Mars, God knows what. And it's something I've always wanted to do. 6, 7 years old, my sister would ask me, hey, what do you want to be? And it would be a race car driver, an astronaut, a cowboy, and a singer. Obviously, race car driver, me. I don't even like cars that much anymore. Cowboy, that's not really a job. Astronaut. That'd be sick. I mean, I'd love to go into space one day, but no. But being a singer was always there. It was always up there. And I'm just kind of glad that I made it work and I'm making it happen. It's just about the right time. And I think that day was the right time, right place. And it was the biggest happy accident of my life because genuinely, I've absolutely loved my voice recently. And it's been one of my biggest insecurities. My biggest vocal insecurity was my tone, how I sound. I always wanted to sound different to my voice. And once I actually, asked myself why do you want to sound different? Or why do you not just want to accept? Not even accept, just kind of fully embrace and, love your own voice. I think the missing answer was kind of who I was with, what I was doing, because when I was in year 10, so 15, I started lessons at my school. And so, these were 15-minute slots a week, and I didn't get much, I'll be real. It was really kind of out the loop. It was really messy, but the teacher was all right. I'm not trying to shade the teacher or anything, but the scheduling was so messy because it was 15 minutes a week. And I felt really hopeless because a lot of the time, our first session, she comes to me and she says, are you sure you want to do are you sure you want to be a singer? Do you not want to be a producer or something more behind the scenes? And I was like, no. My goal is to be the biggest singer in the world. And then I sang to her and she was like, maybe look into doing production and stuff. And I was like, crazy. And I think there's this unconscious thing. There's this stigma where it's you have to be born to sing in order to be able to do this. It's crazy, I know. But so I've had those lessons for 3 years or something. 15 minutes a week at my school every Thursday or Wednesday. Didn't have the lessons half the time because I had exams and then the teacher wasn't in and it was just really messy. Then I found kind of singing Discord service, trying to get lessons with people there. And I had lessons. They went good for a while, but the teacher, I think we had misaligned values, which made it hard to kind of get to that same goal. So after all that, I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what my next avenue should be, whether there should be a next avenue. And so finding this place called this Pocket Singers place was crazy because I think the one thing I was missing is having that kind of group of people, because I didn't have many singer friends. I didn't have many friends at all, to be honest. So I was very much at home all day, kind of just doing my own thing. And, it gets very isolating. And you get all up in your head. And I was used to get all up in my head about things, not even just singing, just everything. Comparing myself to people, singers. And I think it really messed with me because I didn't have anyone to do it with. I was kind of on my own. And it was weird. It was a weird time. And, I wasn't in a great state during that time as well. And so when I look back and flash back to August 9th, 2024, I'm sitting there, I'm like, do I do this? I've had so many bad experiences in the past, and is it even worth it? Is it worth doing it, or should I just play it safe and just give up now? And I did it. I don't know what made me do it. I just kind of I remember I took a deep breath and I was like, you know what? You're gonna look back now and just think you wish you did it. And so I did it. I literally closed my eyes, I pressed the pay button, I filled out my card details, blindly. And I did it, and I was like, okay, what do I do now? And now I look forwards today, and I'm so grateful. I think it's been such a crazy 12 months of my life, because I've met so many amazing people. I've started to really love my voice. I've got the right help. I got the right coaching, because it wasn't about spending like $500, £500 a session on, for like half an hour. It was like having that 24/7 consistency, and actually people to help you do it as well. And having that and that kind of safety net was really important to me. And I just look back and I'm like, thank you so much for everyone. It's been an amazing time. I've had so many like new opportunities come up now as well, which is crazy. Like, without this place, without going all in and looking back, like, I started social media properly, and I've done social media. I've tried to do it before when I was younger. It failed so many times. I've deleted so many accounts, posts, TikToks and Instagrams. And I was like, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that. So I think it was November when I made my Instagram and my TikTok and my YouTube. It was November. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this because people believed in me. Like, they genuinely did. And obviously being in that place where everyone's on the same trajectory as you, it was really important to me, because it felt so much more genuine. It wasn't like, oh yeah, I'm your friend, so I'm going to just be like, yeah, do it. And then like chat shit behind your back. It wasn't like that. It really wasn't. And I knew it wasn't. So when people came up to me in that community and were like, just do it, do it, I was like, you know what? I should listen to you guys. And I started trusting myself more on what to do and what to do and what not to do, and how to learn and how to improve, because I had that kind of structure now. I knew what to do. I got told what to do. I was coached properly, and I had people to help me do it, make sure I was on the right tracks vocally, mentally, and just physically as well. And, I look back now, my Instagram is on like 1,090 followers whilst recording this or something. My TikTok and YouTube are on like 700 combined, which is crazy. And it's like, what position would I be if I hadn't taken that leap of faith last year? So it's been a crazy 12 months. It's been a really insane 12 months. I've made so many new friends, new family. I've made so much new family out of this, and I've just learned so much about myself as well. I've learned to be confident in my voice doing these kind of crazy performances. In December 2024, I did a performance at my school Christmas show. Basically, you'd have like your music students doing the music, and then like other people who wanted to do it would perform as well. And I was like, I had done it the year before and I hated the performance. My performance, I really didn't like it. And I remember coming home crying about it, or like coming out of it, and I was like so upset. But this time it was so much more different. Because I had that, I went all in. I gave myself the opportunity to do it. I gave myself the chance, and I was like, you know what? This 2024 Christmas performance is going to be my best one. It's going to be the best thing I did. And I did it. And I aced it. I was so happy with myself after it. I think obviously going from crying because you actually hated it to crying because you look back and you think, I've just done all of this, and I can like give myself that credit and be like, oh my God, I just did this. It's amazing. And from just seeing old videos of my voice and my singing, literally a month into it was like crazy. And there's new opportunities coming up as well. Like, I have recorded my first ever song. It's finished. Like, I'm getting the last take of it, last edit of it, and that's it. It's done. And then that's coming out hopefully in October. But if I need to move around, I will. But you know what? Just reflecting on this past year, actually allowing myself to do everything I wanted to do since I was a kid has been like so amazing. And I don't know, I think it's kind of that little kid in me, that little like 6-year-old Ashyr, whatever you want to call me, the 6-year-old who's wanted to do this all his life. he's looking back, he's looking up, and I can safely say to him that, like, this is happening. This is happening, and that's crazy. Because I know that I'm in the right direction. I know I'm in the right trajectory. Because I believe in myself. And there'll be days where I don't believe in myself. There'll be days where I want to quit. There'll be days where I want to delete everything and revert back to normal. Not even normal, revert back to a life where I didn't have singing involved. And I could just wipe it all away. But I can, if I could speak to this 6-year-old, 7-year-old Aaron, I can be like, we're doing this, it's actually happening. And I'm just so excited. And I just feel so blessed to have been able to join that program a year ago. I'm still in it, and I'm taking every opportunity there is, every single day. There's so many global opportunities happening to me right now that I want to be able to seize today. And I'm going to, like, this next week I need to work on something and submit it off. And if I make it, it's going to be crazy, because I might get a trip to another country, which is insane. So this past year, I just wanted to kind of reflect on the fact that, like, I've opened so many doors to myself, for myself, because of the people around me who have helped me, the families I've made, the friends I have made and lost along the way. It's helped me as a singer, it's helped me as a songwriter, and it's helped me as an artist and person. And I love every single second of it. Every second of it, I will always be so thankful to myself, to the people who made the program, to Zane, to my coaches in the past, my coaches now, the community I've made, the people who have followed along the journey, my family who have gotten on board with it and started seeing that this is more than just a little fun hobby. It's a life. It's going to be my life. And I'm just so excited for the next year to come. I can't wait for what happens in the next 365 days. And I will be back to document everything. And it's crazy. I think that's it. I just wanted to say, you're watching this, thank you so much. Anyone who's watching me, anyone who's been there, commented, liked, just watched. Anyone who's been there in the past at my school who shut me down. I do want to say thank you, because it's inspiration. It's looking back and thinking, I did all of this whilst you showered me. And it's crazy. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this. I love doing these kind of videos. I love reflecting, because I don't give myself a chance to reflect. And I like just sitting on the camera and talking about my life, talking about my stories. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Lots of love. Peace out, Ashyr.